right, hello everyone. Here we are back for Southern Pines Par 5, hole number 3. This one's very, very long. And, the good news about this tour, and, especially holes like this, forfeiting the distance component isn't going to be a deal breaker. So I'm still going to be able to compete with guys who may have me out length with, you can see my opponent extra mile 7, still in tour 6. It isn't going to be a big deal. It's kind of moot. All I need to do is make sure that I get my 4, because the odds of him getting 3 are going to be, 1 in 20, 1 in 30. It's going to be a very, very low probability, 2-3% type situation. So what you're going to see me do, the win specific, I'll go over here. I will do it for this one situation. And what you'll usually see is I'll try to do it with a perfect ball cut shot. So I'm going to use as much curl as I can just to generate just a little bit of extra distance. So you can see with where I'm aiming. And as I mentioned, I'm going to go into curl. You can just curl it as much as you can. It really doesn't matter. Even perfect ball, doesn't matter. It's just more going to be about just kind of generating a little bit of extra momentum to hopefully get it down here as far as possible. So you can see that I hit a quasar ball, 349, and let's see where my opponent is, extra mile 7. So 8 yards in front of me. So very, very minimal distance. We almost wind up with the exact same shot. He has a Guardian 6, I have a Guardian 5. So let's take a look at this. Looks like my opponent's able to easily get to that last fairway there, so I'm going to probably do similarly. Getting to that short iron distance is nice, especially creating a little bit of an angle. So you can see where my opponent is. I'm going to try to kind of maybe just keep it a little bit more left than he did. Just a strategy to get a little bit better angle for the approach. So you're not going to see me get very aggressive towards the center. I'm going to try to keep it pretty left over here, kind of intentionally, just to create just a little bit better angle into the pin for my short iron approach here. So we'll both be, right in here towards, and one thing I just want to mention, I don't use claw until it gets to at least a 9 or a 10. So you can see my opponent here has a claw 8. I would recommend thorn early on. It just develops a little bit quicker. The chances of, him having a better thorn right now, distance-wise, ball guide-wise, claw is very slow to develop because it's a common club. So with that in mind, just something to be thinking about when you're playing these holes. And you can use thorn or hornet in this tour, it really doesn't matter. But unless you're, I didn't even get at the short iron range. It looks like I just missed out on the zone. So I am going to go backbone, a little bit safer. So let's take a look here. Power 1. I don't use much elevation here, maybe 5%, very, very minimal. Doesn't seem to apply too often. We're going to be very close to min club, and maybe about 4 backspin is what I like to use. You can see with what I'm doing here, 2.0 rings or so. Perfect ball. So just cutting in front of the hole. But you can see that we can give that a very good run and, give ourselves a very good makeable chance to win this one outright. However, not a big deal. I'm going to try to be adamant about forcing shootouts. So I'm glad that that actually didn't go in, because there's really a lot of holes I'd like to cover. This kind of is new territory a little bit. I don't have a lot of content that is from the first tee box specifically that isn't in stream format. I do have a lot of stream comment, but I'm going to try to get some individual hole stuff for you guys. So I'm going to split these up, and I'll catch you guys on the shootout.